Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I have a holiday vlog for you all. We are heading down to Tweed in New South Wales. We are driving from Queensland down to the Tweed and it usually takes a good 5 hours, sometimes more with kids, depending on if we have to stop. So we're driving through Gympie at the moment and we left quite early and it was just so foggy, but some of the views were really lovely. But the thing with Gympie is we always use that as a toilet stop because we always go and have a look at the swans and things like that. But now the Gympie highway's gone through and you basically bypass Gympie, which we didn't know until the end. And I was begging my husband to stop to go to the toilet, so he had to go off the highway to find Gympie and come to this area for toilets. So it made our drive a little bit longer. But this is quite a nice spot in Gympie. You've got the swans and things like that. It's a good stop. Well, it used to be a good stop when you could just drive through Gympie for a toilet break, or if you've got like a thermos with you or something like that and you just want to have, you know, something to eat or a coffee. The kids really like it here. It's always pretty cold as well. As you can see, it looks really cold on this morning, and it definitely was, especially after we've come out of a warm car. But the views were quite nice. So we're back on the highway now and continuing our drive until we get to our next stop. We're now coming into one of my favourite places. This is Palm Beach on the Gold Coast. We used to live here and for some reason it just always feels like home to me. And the kids feel the same way, even Derek feels the same way as well. We really love this part of the Gold Coast. It just always had a really lovely feeling. We've lived in multiple places around Palm Beach, Currumbin, Eleanor, but it always just has a nice solid feeling in our hearts. So we're just heading into the Laguna Park. I'm not sure if any of you have been here before, but it's a pretty good park and we just used to live around the corner from it. I used to always walk the kids around the park in prams and things like that. So we're just going to take our second break now. So we've driven for a while, need another toilet break and need something to eat as well. And the kids can go for a little bit of a play in the park. They've got like a train that goes around it and things like that. I didn't film in here because there was a lot of kids on this day because it was a Sunday when we came down. We were supposed to come down on the Friday, which was a public holiday, in our area, but the thing is that one of my boys has been quite sick, and he still isn't very well either. So this is the Laguna Park in Palm Beach, and I love it. It's always got, such nice views and things like that. It's got some little fish in there and all that. The kids love the views of it, and they like to be able to walk out on the wharf. There's a little wharf there as well. Some people do some fishing there as well, but we've stopped there, and we're just going to head around to the Currumbin Elephant Rock area. This is another beautiful spot on the Gold Coast. I didn't get to film Elephant Rock because there was so many cars. Like I said, being a Sunday, there was just so many. And to be honest, I've never seen so many cars down here. When I was about 15, I used to live around this area or come up to this area a lot with my cousin. I'd stay with her on weekends and holidays because she'd live up here. And I remember there was sand dunes and things like that, and there was only a few surfers and things like that, but now it's so overcrowded with cars and coffee shops and restaurants and things like that. So I didn't get to film as much as I wanted to. So we always usually on our way down to the Tweed drive around the Currumbin area, the Currumbin Rock area, like where the Currumbin Sanctuary is and things like that. It's always beautiful. Derek used to take me out in the boat here, and we used to go and do some fishing over in this bridge area. We never went out to sea or anything, but it's just beautiful. This area and Talabudra are just my favourite. It's got a beautiful swimming area here as well if you don't want to swim in the surf. But, we just used to go down here, take the kids, go swimming, go out in the boat. Derek used to go fishing with the kids as well, and all sorts of things. So we really do love this area, and it never changes, except it is getting more populated, probably more so from tourists, and it's becoming a very popular place to live down here as well. But it's very expensive, if you were to buy or rent in this area because it's so beautiful. We just drove past Currumbin Wildlife Sanctuary there. We used to have a subscription to that, and it used to be such a good price. I think it was like $60, $70 a year. We take the kids there every single weekend. My youngest doesn't remember it because he was a baby at the time, but it was always fun. And as my kids say, we've just teleported now just a little bit further on, and we're heading down to the Tweed Valley to see family and spend 2 nights in the caravan down here. So I'll take you along with us, and I'll show you some beautiful views. Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. We are actually on the Tweed coast at the moment. We've gone away on our 4-day holiday. We've got one kid who's been sick as well. We've come down here to visit family, so we've spent 2 nights on the Tweed, and while we're down here we thought we'd stay at the Big 4 caravan park on the way back. You know, that was what we were planning to do, you know, when the kids were healthy and all that sort of thing, but there's always a change, you know, you can never plan anything with kids. But we're going to head up there today to the Tweed Billabong Big 4 and just spend 2 nights there in the caravan and yeah, see how it is. We're just interested to see what the caravan park looks like. We did stay there years ago. I think it was like back when Derek and I first met, but I don't remember it having all the slides and all that at it. It probably did, but you don't look at that sort of thing because you don't have kids back then, and we weren't really focused on all that. But yeah, just want to take the kids up there, do a little bit of canoeing, kayaking, sorry, all that sort of thing, and just see what this caravan park's like, because we do like the Big 4s, and we do have the Big 4 caravan parks, and we do have a membership now. I think it's like $50 a year. I think it's like $50 a year for the membership, and we've already saved like $25 just on this trip. So yeah, it was just going to be a 4-day trip to see family, and then yeah, because we sort of weigh it up. We go somewhere just a little bit more quieter, and then when the kids get a little bit bored, we'll go somewhere to give them some entertainment. But my son being sick and that, yeah, hasn't been fun. So we're just going to see how we go. But I'll take you along today and show you the caravan park. We probably do have to do a bit of an Aldi shop, and we'll be, yeah, setting up again there. We've only just set up a couple of nights ago here. We've got to get ready to pack up again and leave. That's the worst part of the caravan, is packing it up, setting it up, packing it up, and all that sort of thing. But yeah, it's good once it's all packed up. We've had the projector going on the last few nights in here, and it's brilliant. I will try and film a bit of a projector as well. I'll put a few shots, clips in of where we sort of stayed here, just the water and things like that. It's a really nice spot. We're on the riverbank, and yeah, and I'm hoping that we can check in early. They've been really nice at the Big 4 caravan park so far. Like, they've given me a courtesy. They've given me a courtesy call to see how, if we need anything, if there's anything we want to ask questions about. I think the brunch on the Billabong shop is shut, like the cafe, so that's a bit of a pain, to be honest, because I was hoping that was going to be open, because they've got like a newsletter out on their activities and things like that. So it says there that it's currently closed, so there'll be no coffees and that for Derek, and probably no snacky things for the kids. But I've got heaps of food in here, and we'll probably just obviously have to do some cooking and that. But yeah, hoping to do a bit of swimming and all that sort of thing today. It's been a little bit cold here, but now it's getting muggy again. Like, we've had like 26 degrees yesterday here, and but the first night we stayed here, it was bitter. Like, when you just like shiver because it's so cold, and there was condensation in the van. And I actually got up during the night and got a water bottle on the first night we were here, but then last night it was like balmy, and it was so windy, it was blowing like the annex, so we had to take that down. And because we've got like a pop top, like a Jayco caravan, the canvas rattles and blows all night. But anyway, I'm going to go now and help Derek pack up this caravan, and then we should be on our way. I'm going to call them and see if they'll give me an early check-in, because that's always the best, because we've got a caravan. They'll let us check in at 12, not 2, but I'm hoping they'll let us check in earlier. They said we can come up earlier and just use their facilities if we want to anyway. So I'll see you soon when we get there. So it's close to 12 o'clock and we are now checking into the big 4 caravan park at Tweed Heads. And the kids always love coming through the gates of these caravan parks because they always want to see like what's around and all that, and also where we're staying. They gave us a perfect spot. As you can see, we're right on the corner here opposite the billabong. There doesn't look like there's anyone else around, so that's really good. And we've got these really great picnic tables as well. So, you know, we don't even have to sit under the caravan awning if we don't want to. We can just walk across the road and have some food or have a coffee. So we're in 104. We got an ensuite site. I'm a real sucker for ensuite sites. I always try and get them for a matter of, you know, $10 a night extra. I find it's worth it for our family, so I don't have to, you know, walk kids up to the toilet in the middle of the night. And when there's 4 of us, usually we do go to the toilet a fair bit during the night. Like if it's not one, it's the other. So it's worth the extra that they charge, and plus we've got a shower and all that. And we do sometimes dry our swimmers in there and all that, and sometimes we can use it as a storage room. So these are well worth the extra you pay. How cool is this? Huh? Right on the billabong. So it's time again that we unpack the caravan. We basically only did it about a half an hour ago, put it all down, and then we're repacking it. We have gained a kayak, as you can see, that was on top of the caravan there. I'll show you a bit of a closer up of that later. While Derek's finishing off putting the caravan up, I'm just going to take the kids around and have a look at some of the fish in the billabong. Then we're going to take the kids for a swim. So we're just taking the kids for a swim at Lizzie's Lagoon. This is absolutely beautiful, this spot. They've got 2 pools, one's with the waterfall sort of coming into it, and the other one's with the slide. But after this swim, we're just going to have a little look at the water park just to see what it looks like for tomorrow. But this pool was like ice. I didn't think water could get as cold as it, honestly. It was just so bitter and cold. You couldn't even swim in there. But after all the whinging I've done about the summer months, I sort of did get in there and stay in there for a little bit. But it was nice to get into the other pool because it was warmer. But they've also got a new pickleball now. I think it's a new court they've got out. We didn't actually have a turn of this. We were going to do it, but we just ran out of time because we're only here for 2 days. And yeah, it looks really good. So there's so many activities to do at the Big 4 Caravan Park at Tweed. But we spent most of our time at the pool and at the slides. But during the weekend, they have like baking with the kids and movies by the pool and all that sort of thing. But this was a particular day during the week where we weren't in that schedule. So they've given the kids like a key ring to make. They give the kids some things at the office sometimes to do, sometimes their friendship bracelets and things like that. And we're just heading around having a look at the water park now, and we're just absolutely amazed by it. The kids are begging to have a little go on it now, so we're just going to give them a quick go.
Left.
Well, Larry again. Lizard. Run, Larry, run.
Oh, there's a pathway all the way back to where we're going.
Yeah, this is where you have to fish over this side. There's a pathway all around the billabong, and it's really convenient because we're staying right on the other side there. We've done a lot of these trips around the billabong already, but the time is getting on now and we need to get to Aldi, and we really don't want to do any cooking tonight. So we're just going to get some Maccas and come home and enjoy the view of the billabong and probably get some fishing done as well. So on this particular day, we're doing a boot haul because I just didn't have any room in the caravan to put all this food, and plus it was already in the boot and we were just having McDonald's on the table next to the car, so I thought, why not just leave it in here? So I picked up some bananas from Aldi, which were $2.88. We get this cola occasionally from Aldi. It's pretty good. It's $8.29 for a 12 pack. I've got my mother-in-law visiting tomorrow, so I wanted to get some nice things. So I just got some apple rounds, which are really nice. They're $4.29. I had to get some milk, so I got two litres for $2.99 each. We needed lots more water, so we've just got 24 of the 350ml bottles. That's $9.49. We always just buy water when we're away. It's a lot easier than having to refill it all the time, their bottles. I've got one loaf of white sliced bread for $2.29. I love these soda water bottles, and we always get them when we go away as well. And for 12 of the sparkling water, it's $6.99, which is really, really good because Woolworths is a lot more expensive and they put like a lime in it, but it's still more expensive. I've also got some Frankfurts, which were $2.99 a packet because they're always handy. I've got a big packet of chips, crinkle cut salt and vinegar for $2.69, which is a pretty good price for 230 grams. Aldi have got some really good things there. Like, you do save a lot of money, and things are usually a lot bigger, their packets and things. I've also got some of the guacamole to try because I've heard this one's really good, and that's $2.99. And cabana, because we're going to make like a platter up tomorrow, and the cabana's $4.49. We ended up picking up the wrong coffee, so we've got decaf for $3.89, so I don't think anyone's going to drink that. I might have a go of it. And we've also just got the yogurt. This is beautiful, this yogurt. It's mango and blood orange. I have had it before, 700 grams for $4.89. We've also got this ash brie to try. That was $3.19, which is a really good price for brie cheese. And that's pretty much... We did have some olives somewhere too. I'm trying to find them. But I did buy a pack of olives, just trying to go through the bags to see if I've got any more. Oh, here we go. I've got ham, shaved ham for $4.49. And we're probably going to make like some ham wraps on the platter and cut them up. I think that's probably better than making sandwiches. We've also got some of the honey beef sausages, which my kids don't really like, but Derek's picked these up by mistake. A 12 pack for $4.29, but I like them. So, and we do have some of the chicken kebabs, which I'm trying to search for now. They should be in the bag here. Oh, sorry, there's the olives for $2.99. I just want to try these ones. I think these ones have the seeds in them. Or they might be pitted. But anyway, we're going to put that on the platter. And we've got our chicken kebabs there, which are $11.49 for a pack of 10. They're always handy. We'll probably just cook them up in the camp kitchen instead of setting up our cooker because we're right, like, basically next door to it. So there's not much of a walk to go to the camp kitchen. It's a lot easier. And that's everything I've picked up from Aldi today. That should do us for the remainder of today and tomorrow. And then we'll be heading back home. But, you know, there's 4 of us, so hopefully we get through most of the food and not have to carry too much of it home because, you know, there's a lot of things there like meats and things, so we'll hopefully get through all that. But that was pretty good because I only spent $88.60 on this little mini shop at Aldi. So on the first night there, we just thought we'd just go for a bit of a wander and have a look around. They do have an incredible tree house at the Big 4 caravan park at Tweed. The kids absolutely loved it. They spent some time in it during the night time, and many times during the day they went up there and played in it. I'll show you a closer up view in a minute, but it's so pretty at night time because it's got fairy lights all over it and you can see it so clearly from where we stayed. Just looking around at the water there, and we were thinking whether we're not going to do some fishing, but I think we're going to do that a little bit later on. And just taking a nice stroll around the caravan park now. There's lots of people walking around. Even though it wasn't very busy, it wasn't holiday season, which was really good. So we basically had a lot of the pools and things like that to ourselves. There wasn't a lot of kids around, but there's always people, you know, camping and that throughout the year. So just heading up to the tree house, and beforehand we're just going to have a look at the camp kitchen. It's absolutely amazing, this camp kitchen. I'm pretty sure it's one of the best ones in Australia, and it's got the fireplace in it, and there's 2 sections of it. I will put a shot in here of the other section. It's just on this particular night it was packed with people cooking dinner. I didn't want to go in there and bombard them with my camera, but they've got a beautiful deck that overlooks the billabong as well, and this is basically free for anyone to use who's staying at the park and to use their facilities. And, you know, it's just a real comfortable, cozy sort of a place to go. Probably one of the best camp kitchens I've ever seen. And it's really great to be able to take time out if you're camping, or if you're in a small little, you know, space that you're camping in, and you can come up here and maybe even meet some people, cook your dinner and have a little bit of a time out. But yeah, the kids really enjoyed it, and we're just going to take them to the tree house now. And they were screaming out for me to go up there, but I don't really like tiny small spaces, so I started to walk up there just to have a little bit of a look around. But they really enjoyed the tree house. It's got a slide and everything in it, and it's so pretty on the inside here. The lights didn't go any further than a few steps in, but yeah, I absolutely loved it. Just something old-fashioned about this tree house, but I can tell that a lot of kids have had so much fun in this tree house. They did have a few other park, like another park as well for kids to play in, but I think this is really good for the older kids. And the brunch on the billabong was unfortunately closed, like I said it would be, so we couldn't use that at all, which would have been really handy because it was so close to where we were staying. And we basically just, you know, used everything we had in the caravan and made our own coffees and things like that. But at night time, it's so pretty on the other side here. We just walked around and just sat on the little sand area on the other side of the billabong just to have a look around. We're going to end up getting a fishing rod the next day as well. So we thought we'd settle in and watch a movie, and I thought after the movie I'll just show you the projector. I'm just showing you one of my grocery hauls on there. I'm trying to make it a little bit even, but it's a great projector. The further I take it back, the bigger it gets. It's been so great in the caravan to have, instead of us all having to gather around a laptop to watch a movie. So this is our final day at the caravan park, so we're going to try and make the most of it. The kids are back at the tree house again this morning, and I'm just going to have a little look in here at the laundry. And it was so good. Like it had everything there. It even had like all the ironing boards and things set up as well. I was thinking I might have to do a load of washing that afternoon. So looking at the brunch and the billabong, it's still closed. I think it's closed up until like the 16th of June. But my kids and I spotted this really cool herb garden they've got outside the camp kitchen. Lots of little herbs in there, and we also did find a lime tree towards the end of this video as well. Lots of parsleys and things like that. The last caravan park at Woodgate had the same thing, so you can just basically sort of help yourself to the herbs, I'm assuming anyway. So we just come back to the caravan now and looking at all these pigeons. The kids are just loving this white pigeon. It keeps coming around looking for food, and they're going into a colouring competition. Today's schedule is a colouring in competition, and if they take it back, they get a treat, or they're going to, the competition to win a prize. So that's what we're going to do this morning. It's actually really, really cold here. Like, it was absolutely freezing this morning. And so we went back and we took the competition in, and they won a prize. And we've also got some fish food as well to feed the fish. So they've given us 2 little buckets of that, so that should keep the kids entertained for a little while. They also got their colouring ins back, and today's activity is a friendship bracelet. So this is so cool. Like, it's just so good. It gives the kids something to do, if they're just a little bit bored, and they've also got a scavenger hunt on today. It's quite a big scavenger hunt. There's a lot of questions on there, so I'm not sure if we're going to get through it all or if the kids are even going to want to do it. But it's another thing that keeps the kids really entertained. And this Billabong Big Four has really thought about that. They've had parents in mind when it comes to kids being bored. My son bought a fishing rod from up at the caravan shop. They've got a really good little caravan shop there with I think it's called like a mini mart, where you can buy supplies, like a little convenience store. And he got a really nice fishing rod. So he's been spending a lot of time on this corner fishing and trying to catch some fish. But the fish in here are just like pets, so I don't want to hurt them, really. I don't want to catch any. And to be totally honest, they are so hard to catch anyway. I think they have grown very, very smart and known not to get hooked, because there's no way you can hook them anyway. And it's so nice to just feed them. So we spent most of the morning at the water park, and this is the other part of the caravan park. We had the pool yesterday where they've got that slide in there, which is Lizzie's Lagoon. But this one is the water park section, and it is absolutely amazing. We had the whole park to ourselves, and I just can't believe that this is situated in a caravan park. The kids had so much fun. So did Derek. I think he had more fun than anyone, just like a big kid. But this is absolutely amazing, this place. There's even like showers. I noticed they've got change rooms here with showers in there as well. Toilets, all that sort of thing. So once you get there, you've got everything up there. You basically just take some lunch if you want to, and the kids are just set for the day, really. So they had such a blast. It was so much fun, and it's so good that it wasn't too cold for them to enjoy it. If we probably would have went like a month later, it would have been way too cold. I didn't go on any of the slides, but I did go in the water fountain they've got there, which is absolutely beautiful. So I highly recommend this park if you're in the Tweed area in New South Wales. And yeah, give it a go. It's just the most beautiful family park, and there's everything there for everyone. You know what I mean? Like, it's just definitely worthwhile visiting if you've got a caravan. They've even got cabins if you don't have that, tent sites, all sorts of things as well. There is a huge barracuda in this billabong that's obviously a pet, and it's been in here for quite a long time. We saw it as we were walking back from the water park, because that's what we're doing at the moment, and he sort of floats on top of the water. And, the kids want to try and catch him, of course, and all that, but I don't think, like I said before, there's no hope in catching him. And this is the kayak my mother-in-law gave me. My mother-in-law and Derek and I used to have so much fun in our kayaks years ago. We would go miles. Sometimes we'd like go to Stradbroke Island on them and all sorts of things. So she still had her kayak and hasn't been using it for a long time. So she kindly gave it to us, and the kids are going to have so much fun on that. We've had such a wonderful time at the Big 4 Caravan Park at Tweed Heads. The people here have been so friendly and kind. So if you're ever in the Tweed area and you're looking for a caravan park, this is a great place to stay. If you've got a caravan or a tent, or they even have cabins as well. It's such a warm, friendly environment for your family, and there's just so much to do for the kids. So thanks everyone for watching today's vlog. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you soon for my next ones. Thanks everyone. Bye.